everyone, today's video is about when you get injured in front of him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. The afternoon sun beat down on the training grounds, sweat dripping from your forehead like the July rain. You were sparring with Kirishima, exchanging blows with practiced ease. Bakugou wasn't far from you. He was watching you with a hawk-like intensity, his own fist clenched at his sides. Your movements were sharp, your quirk flickering around you like a protective shield. But Bakugou's quirk was no slouch, his hardened skin deflecting your attacks. You longed, aiming for his flank, but he countered, his hardened fist connecting with your shoulder. A searing pain ripped through you, a sharp cry escaping your lips. You stumbled back, clutching your shoulder, your eyes widening in shock. "Hey," Bakugou barked, his voice booming like a cannon. He was across the ground in an instant, his explosions propelling him towards you. Kirishima marched over, his hardened skin a worried frown. "Lion." Bakugou reached you, his eyes scanning your injury with a mix of anger and concern. I think I dislocated my shoulder." You gasped, tears welling up in your eyes. The pain was unbearable, radiating through your entire arm. Bakugou cursed under his breath, his anger directed at both you and himself. He knew you were pushing yourself too hard, trying to prove yourself. But seeing you injured, his anger melted away, replaced by a surge of protectiveness. "Stay still," he ordered, his voice surprisingly gentle. He carefully examined your shoulder, his fingers brushing against your skin, sending shivers down your spine. "Kirishima, get Aizawa, quickly." He barked without looking up. The red-haired boy nodded and sprinted away. Bakugou rattled your arm, his touch surprisingly soft. He held you close to him, his warmth a comforting presence. "I'm so sorry," you whispered, your voice trembling. "It's not your fault, Lion. Don't apologize," he muttered, his crimson eyes filled with concern. He kept talking to you, distracting you from the pain, telling stories about his day, cracking jokes, anything to keep you from focusing on your injury. Aizawa arrived shortly after, his face stern but not unkind. He examined your shoulder and confirmed the dislocation. With a few quick moves, he popped it back into place, the pain momentarily intensified before subsiding into a dull ache. Bakugou sighed in relief, his shoulders slumping. He helped you to your feet, wrapping your arm protectively around his neck. "I'm taking you back to recovery, girl," he said, his voice gruff but caring. "Can you carry me instead?" you asked, a playful glint in your eyes. Bakugou scoffed, a slight blush creeping up his neck. "Fine, but don't think this makes you any less of a reckless idiot." He scooped you up into his arms, his touch firm yet gentle. You snuggled closer to him, resting your head against his chest. He felt warm and solid, a safe haven from the pain and worry. "I love you," you mumbled, your voice muffled against his shirt. He froze for a moment, then a small smile touched his lips. "Yeah, well, don't push your luck, Thomas. I'd hate to lose you." You laughed, a soft sound that warmed his heart. In that moment, despite the pain and the injury, you felt closer to him than ever before. Bakugou carefully carried you back to the dorms, his pace slow and steady. You leaned against him, feeling the warmth of his body against yours, a comforting presence. As you arrived at the dorms, Bakugou helped you inside. He settled you down on the couch. He went to find some ice for your shoulder, his eyes never leaving you for too long. When he returned, he gently placed the ice pack on your shoulder, his touch sending shivers down your spine. He stayed beside you as you rested, his presence a silent reassurance. "I'm so stupid. I should have been more careful," you mumbled, feeling a pang of guilt. Bakugou coughed. Don't you dare say that. You're a strong fighter, man. And sometimes you just, well, you push yourself too hard. He paused for a moment, then added, but that's what I love about you. You're always determined, always striving to be the best. I wouldn't have it any other way. His words made your heart swell with warmth. Despite his gruff exterior, Bakugou had a way of showing he cared. Thank you, you whispered, reaching up to cup his cheek. I love you too, Bakugou. He leaned into your touch, a soft blush creeping up his neck. He may not have said it so often, but he cared about you deeply. The two of you spent the next few hours together, talking, laughing, and simply enjoying each other's company. Even though your shoulder was still throbbing, you couldn't help but smile. Being with Bakugou always made you feel happy and safe. As dusk settled in, Bakugou helped you get ready for bed. He tucked you in gently, kissing your forehead. Get some sleep, dumbass, he said, his voice a low rumble. I'll be right here. You nodded, snuggling deeper into the covers. As you drifted off to sleep, you felt a sense of peace and contentment wash over you. You were loved, and that was all that mattered. The next morning, you woke up to the smell of breakfast cooking. You opened your eyes to see Bakugou standing in the kitchen, flipping pancakes. He looked up and smiled when he saw you awake. Good morning, sleepyhead, he said, his voice gruff but gentle. Breakfast is almost ready. You sat up in bed, your shoulders still throbbing slightly. Bakugou brought you a plate of pancakes and a glass of orange juice. How's your shoulder? He asked, his eyes filled with concern. It's a little sore, but I'll be okay. You replied. Bakugou nodded, but you could tell he was still worried. He spent the day taking care of you, bringing you ice for your shoulder, making sure that you took your pain medication, and keeping you company. By the end of the day, your shoulder was feeling much better. You and Bakugou spent the evening watching movies and cuddling on the couch. Thank you for taking care of me, you whispered, snuggling closer to him. Bakugou wrapped his arms around you and pulled you closer. It's no problem, he mumbled. I'll do anything for you. You smiled, feeling a surge of love for him. You knew that you were lucky to have him in your life. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.